Okay, hello everybody. Really good to see you guys. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if you can, because I'm trying a little something different with my audio. Can you guys hear me? Oops. Let's see. Hello, hello. Are you guys able to hear me? All right, let me change this here. Oh. Okay. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Kezchik. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, hold it. Let me actually disconnect that. And okay, now I guess I'm going to ask you one more time. Can you guys still hear me okay? And welcome everybody. Welcome Kezchik. And mom says, hi, David Carter. How are you doing? Hi, Jamie Smith, my girl. Hey, listen, I'm sorry if I said something that upset you last time. I think we had a little misunderstanding. You're always good with me. Hi, Joan Bradley. How are you? Thank you so much, wonderful moderator. Hello, Salon Savvy 64 and Utter Nutter, other wonderful moderator. Hello, Sandra. How you doing? And John McSmith. How's it going, my friend? Let's see. I'll keep going up here. Hi, Jenny Bradford. Hope you're still here. And Wes McKean, how are you doing, my girl? Hi, Anaphylaxis, how you doing? Oh, I have to feed your kitties. I know sometimes I have to step away from everything to feed my rabbits too. I feel you, girl. Let's see. Hi, Kelly Searches Equal Answers. Nice to see you. I've subscribed to your channel. Love it. Kelly Searches Equals Answers has a channel, a YouTube channel, and so does David Carter. If one of the mods can put those links up, that would be great. If they can't, I'll try to pop them up soon, but I will definitely put them in the description for this live stream, okay? Hi, Claire. How you doing? Hello, Michelle. How's it going? And StreamYard. Nice. Very good. So, okay. Just want to give a couple minutes to see if some other people pop on here. I was, just really looking through Discovery, scrutinizing a couple things, guys, and I came across something that I am not aware anybody has pointed out or inspected before. Now, listen, I'm not saying this is going to break the case wide open and reinvestigate, and then the mistress is going to be arrested tomorrow. I'm not saying that. A way I like to live my life is to, advice I was told a very long time ago, under promise and over produce, or put forth, whatever. So I don't like to tell you I'm going to give you more than I actually can, but I do think it's kind of a big deal. Hi, Katrina. How are you? Hi, Vegan Monster. How are you? I was vegan for many years of my life. Right now, I'm just vegetarian. But I really admire people that can do vegan. Guys, if you've never tried to eat a vegan diet before, I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't easy to get all of your nutrients in, all of your vitamins, get a balanced diet, and still eat vegan. So, okay. So I'm going to have you listen to a little something now. And David Carter, I hope you're going to come up in a little bit. Are you going to do that, sweetie? That would be awesome. Hi, Sharon Norris. How are you? You haven't missed too much? Nope, not at all. You just got your notification. Dang, I hate that. Okay, so what I'm going to play you is a little clip from and I know I've been using it a lot, guys, but I think that this piece of audio has a lot of clues in it. So I'm going to play a 3-minute clip here it was a Dr. Phil deleted episode or missing episode, or was once published as his podcast through his company, but is no longer. So, okay, perfect. I'm going to give you a link. I'll actually pop the link up right now, sweetie. And then I'll bring you right up. I'd like to know what you think about this. Okay, David? Oh my gosh, Jody is cool, isn't it? Yeah, hold it. Hi Priya, how you doing? Let me go take care of that right now, because this is crazy. I thought I did it, but if I didn't, I gotta, just give me a second. We've got to take care of Jody. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. Coming right at you, Jody. I thought that I already did that, but I guess I didn't do something complete. Go into my studio, go into my settings, keep moving. Okay. I hope everyone's doing really great tonight, and happy Easter. It's almost Easter for those who celebrate Easter. And I know some people are celebrating or just wrapping up celebrating Passover, I believe. And I also want to say thank you guys I feel so supported with this channel. We are up to 9,760 subscribers. In the last week, we've gone up like 1,000 subscribers. I can't even believe it. And I'm so grateful. And thank you so much for being a part of it and for supporting. All right. Let's see here. Where's Jody is cool. Oh, yep. She's still blocked. Yeah. Once upon a time, a few people got blocked and one was her, but all right. All right, you might want to give it a couple minutes. I did just unblock her. Now let me just reload that page. And I think within the next couple minutes, guys, Jody is cool. Should be good to go, okay? Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to share something different here. Did you get the link, David? Here, I'll put it. I'm going to put it in chat again, sweetie, okay? Here you go. Oops, let me turn down my television here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here. Yeah. There. Turn it up. Volume up. Volume down. Equalize. Let's try it. All right. So in the first 60 seconds, I love how Dr. Phil characterizes what is available to us as a remedy through our justice system and what is not. I think it's pretty profound.
But as I've said many times, we do have a legal system. We don't have a justice system. You go to the courthouse to pursue charges. You don't go to the courthouse for justice. Because you walk up those steps, you go through that door, you go in that courtroom, and there's all this mahogany wood, and there's this judge up on the bench, and there's a big seal behind him or her. There's all this pomp and circumstance. There's a lot of words spoken, a lot of decisions handed down, verdicts meted out, but nowhere among them is justice. Because the only justice would be for Shanann, Celeste, Bella, and this unborn child to be back in this world. That's not going to happen. That would be justice. But given the limits of the system, what could be done was done, and the nightmare seemed to be over. But investigators, not the prosecutors, but the investigators, they weren't quite done. After all this, they went back in to interview him again, one more time from prison. So what was their reason for this additional question? They got everything they can get, right? The legal system has worked. You can't try him for the same crimes twice. That's double jeopardy. So they've gotten all they're going to get. So why talk to him again? Well, we don't know for sure, but we do know that it would not make sense for them to be talking to him about further culpability on his part. They already have him. He pleaded guilty. They'd recovered the bodies. Did it really matter what other details he added to the situation? He was locked up and paying the price regardless of what he now said. Shanann's parents had a theory. They strongly believe the reason the FBI went into that prison was because of none other than Mistress Nicole. Shannan's mother claims she believes investigators went in on a mission to get Chris to roll on his mistress. He did not, at least not yet. And again, she has never been implicated or charged with any crime. It turns out the worst thing that Nicole did in the eyes of the law at this point is to fall in love with the wrong man. But whatever the reason was that they went in for, they came out with way more than they ever could have bargained for. They came out with a real confession from Chris Watts, an admission of exactly when and how he, not Shanann, killed his two beautiful and innocent daughters. And his entire confession was recorded on tape. We were able to find out what was on those confession tapes before anyone else. Shannon's parents were told the grim and horrifying details before they were released to the media, and they wanted to be the ones to tell the world. They didn't want this to come out from some third party. They wanted to be the ones that reported this because they wanted to dignify their daughter. Understand, at this point, the world had been told that their daughter had murdered their grandchildren. And they sat there powerless to do anything about it. They sat there with some people in America believing that their precious daughter had murdered their precious grandchildren. And add that to the loss of their daughter and grandchildren, and it was almost more than they could endure. And finally, this monster excuse for a human being told the truth. And they wanted the satisfaction of reporting that to the world. They contacted us. They wanted me to come there and help them tell that story. They would do an interview with me and reveal for the first time what Chris finally confessed he had really done to their beautiful daughter and their grandchildren, what he said to the children, what he said the children witnessed, and what their final words were to their, quote, daddy. So I flew to Pinehurst and sat down with them. And they told me not only what was in that confession, but what this had done to their family. And I'm going to tell you on the next episode of The Devil Beside Me, the Chris Watts story. Husband, father, killer. I'm Dr. Phil.
Okay. Oh, and then here's a little clip. I think I have exclusively. I'm not sure. I published it in shorts. It's just Bella for 15 seconds.
What do you need?
Oil.
Oil?
Yeah.
Why?
Because my belly's hurt.
Your belly.
So she says, I'm trying to find the oil. Whoops. And she's like, what, the oil? Because her belly hurts. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm going to stop that. And hey, DTC Primetime, how are you? Welcome. Hi, Christy, how are you doing? And I think I just saw, hi, Aussie True Crime, how are you? And Jody is cool. I'm so happy that you can join us. Hi, Jennifer Hill, how's it going? And hi, Ara R. Ara is our latest edition of Wonderful Moderators. Thank you so much for what you do, Ara R. And okay, so I'm going to let David Carter come on up now. So hello, David. I'm going to give you a little introduction, okay? And then you can say something more about yourself if you'd like. So David Carter spent a certain amount of time, and David, I don't know how much that is. Maybe you can tell them about that, in prison with Chris Watts. And, you know, by anyone's accounts, this is not disputed at all. David Carter and Chris Watts became, you know, buddies, right? Everybody needs a friend in prison. I can't even imagine how lonely and scary it must be, David, right? So apparently, according to David, and I believe him, Chris opened up to David about some things, and David is now willing to talk about them. David also called to talk to law enforcement, the investigators that worked on this case, to report to them the important information that was told to him by Chris Watts firsthand. Eventually, it took him, gosh, a hell of a time to even get through to them, right, David? And eventually, Tammy Lee called David back, and they had a conversation. And maybe, David, you can maybe tell our audience what she told you during that conversation. And how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Awesome. Welcome. It's great to see you.
Good. Yeah, good to hear you. So yeah, I spent 2 times with Chris. I went there and I've been to Dodge 3 times, but the second time I went to Dodge, I went there in October. He came there in December. Then I spent with him for a couple months that time, and then I got out, and then I went back September 2nd of 2020, and I spent until February 7th Dodge with him. But I did talk to Tammy, and at first she said that she wanted to investigate it, and gave me a polygraph test, which I agreed to. And she and Graham Coder were supposed to fly out to Wisconsin because I was living in Wisconsin at that time.
Okay.
And after I agreed to take the polygraph test, she kind of blew it over and never heard anything else about it.
Okay, huh?
So I think there's a lot of cover-ups with it. So I don't know. I think that maybe she's involved. So I've been trying to go above her head and try to get other people to hear the recording and try to get them to get a polygraph test, even if it's from somebody other than Taylor.
Okay. Hey, listen, David, keep your volume, like speak loudly. You're breaking up just a little bit, I think, as you're speaking. I just want to let you know that. I also want to let you know that a lot of people in the chat are saying hi to you. They're grateful you're here. Anaphylaxis, who's a moderator on AD's channel, says hello. And, Jamie Smith. And thank you, Jamie, for connecting with David. I asked David to come up through Jamie. And wait, Jamie says they refuse him a lie detector test. He's trying to raise funds to get it. What? What's that about?
Yeah, it was a GoFundMe page to set up a try to do a polygraph test, but I've had so much hate and negativity from it, and people are saying that I'm doing it for the wrong reason, so I did that to the side.
Well, I would say this, David, if you don't mind, I'm just going to give you some advice you didn't ask for. Don't you love it when people do that? Like, if you know, David, that your reasons are sincere and authentic, and I do, I've got to say, David, I do believe you. I believe you to be sincere and authentic, and I don't believe a lot of people to be sincere and authentic at all. I just, and I just believe that. So if you know that about yourself, do what you got to do, because I don't have a GoFundMe page, right? I'm just a creator of a YouTube channel. And David, the amount of like hate and like, the things that people say and try to do just because I have a channel, it's crazy. It's definitely not for the weak at heart. And, do what you think is right for you. I know, we don't want to create a situation that's highly stressful for you, but if you know you're doing the right thing, so many of us support you. So just know that, okay?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not really too concerned about the monetizing of my channel. I don't know if you realized it, but I reached my 1,000
I did.
subscriber mark.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. So I'm not really in it for the money, so I haven't applied for the YouTube partner thing, and I don't really intend to right now. So I
Yeah.
just want to get everything out there about what Chris told me, and that Nicole was involved, and at the very least try to get them to investigate what I say.
Okay, so let's see. Vincina, hello, how are you? SG girl David says hi, David. And
Hi everybody in chat.
Nacho Mama says thank you for trying, David. And hi, Pride or Honesty. I'm sorry I didn't realize you were here yet. So nice to see you. I love it when you're here, and I'm sorry about your doggy, sweetheart. Let's see.
I think we were supposed to do it live a couple months ago, and one of your subscribers was very against it.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know. It's somebody says she emailed you or something.
Oh, I honestly don't even remember that. People say a lot of things. I don't know. Let's see. Let me just get a couple other comments from chat here. DTC Primetime says, she decided you were not a viable source of information, David Carter. What do you think happened?
I think that Nicole was there the night, and that Chris and Shanann got an argument, and Chris killed Shanann, and Nicole killed the little girl.
Now,
and
barring
she went with him and helped dispose of the bodies.
Now, barring everything you said, that first part is very in line with what I believe that, and please, Cindy Watts, forgive me if I'm wrong, and please come on and correct me. But from what I understand, I have not talked directly to the Watts parents, but several creators have, and I'm good friends with a lot of the creators that have talked to the Watts parents. And the people that have talked to them directly, I've heard several times that, Cindy claims or believes that, Kessinger was there that night. Shanann came home. Things went badly. There were 4 adults in the house plus 2 kids. And that's like very much in line with what you just said, David.
Well, I did talk to Jamie a couple of times, and it was through text. I haven't talked to her physically. And I asked her what she thought about the whole case, and she said that how she feels changes daily and always will.
Yeah, I bet it does.
If you wanna hold on a second, I know what the problem is. Let me take my earbuds out and
Yeah,
everybody's
I was just trying earbuds tune us correctly. Okay, John McSmith, don't worry. Your wish is our command every day, 365. He's taking his earbuds out.
He's one of my subscribers, and I've had to
Yeah.
block him from time. So they can cut him in line.
We
All
have
right, hold on a
John.
second. Let me get my earbuds out.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, I'm going to just read a
Okay.
couple chat comments while David's getting his earbuds all situated. Sharon Norris says, I totally believe NK was involved. It was probably her idea to do the bad deed. I can't even stand to hear the girl's voice. I agree. It's like fingernails on a chalkboard. I know, I agree with you. In fact, one of the first videos that I made when I played the recordings of her like giggles and whatnot, like right after that, the next like visual I put up was somebody covering their ears and then nails going down a chalkboard. I am right there with you.
Well, I had a phone number that was registered to Dwayne that was actually Nicole's, and the voicemail on it was very disturbing.
Oh,
It
really?
was, it was like a woman, and she's like the tone of it. She says, "If I know you, call me back. If I don't know you, don't ever call again." And then at the end of it, it had a little kid like singing or whatever, and it was very disturbing. Yeah.
That's
Did that
so
fix the crackling issues?
Yeah, it's much better now. Thank you for doing that. Aussie True Crime says, thank you to David Carter for sharing with us. And I think that's the sentiment from almost everyone. Yeah, and if also I just see something about timeout. I don't know if anyone got put. If somebody gets timed out or something, please just politely let us know in chat. Things happen, and that happens. So all right. So what are you guys talking about immunity here? So Nacho Mama and Pride or Honesty, we're having a conversation about immunity, and that in some possible small way relates maybe a little bit to what we're going to be talking about tonight. So I'm trying to pick up on this conversation. I'm just going to pick up with what Pride or Honesty said. He always says something smart. He's a smart guy. He says, oh, no, it's Nacho Mama. Immunity is an actual court process. If she got immunity, there would be public record of it. She may have gotten a promise, though, but that's worthless.
Yeah. A lot of things that pertain to Nicole is sealed though anyway. So regardless of what people might think, whatever's pertaining to her is sealed up. I think.
That's right. Well, I think I've got some answers for you. I can't even believe it. So, all right. So guys, I'm going to share a little presentation I made, and I need your input. What do you think? Whoops, criminal discovery.
I've been going through the discovery on my channel too. I'm on part 5, and I've been reading.
That's
everything,
awesome. So. Very good. Here, just one second here, my darling. Let's see. So why is that not? So here, share, open, make a copy. I don't know. Email, download. Let's try this. Let's see. Give me 1 second, sweetie. Okay. Let's see if that does it. Send. Okay. So I think this should have saved it too. Yeah. Let me just try again. And if not, I'll just share it another way. Okay, back to StreamYard. Let's see. This is it. Always just a couple seconds to get everything all together. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take your time. I'm actually just I apparently can't I'm used to doing my own StreamYard, so I apparently can't comment in this chat. So I'm gonna go to your YouTube and chat.
Oh, okay, I feel you. Okay. All right. So it's just processing my files here. All right, guys. Okay, so whoops, let me take down whoops. Okay. Whoops. All right. Let's see. And then okay. So we've got here the question, guys, was Kessinger protected? We are closer to understanding. Now, why is this relevant? Well, I say here in a very general statement, why is the question critical? Well, the answer to the question, is NK protected, impacts the legitimacy of the legal procedure that played out as we evaluate step each step as we look back, in retrospect. Recently, like the other day I was talking about, I like Armchair Detective's theory that he recently put out there. A lot of people were making a big deal recently about the ping. It was kind of being challenged and questioned in a public forum again. And a lot of creators were going out there putting some good information out. If you want the really good information, watch my Nicole Kessinger documentary I posted about a week or two ago, because I was able to get the cell tower map from 2018. And I was able to get the map of the cell towers from 2018 that serviced Verizon and the kind of coverage that she was subscribed to. So I believe that's going to give you the most accurate picture out there of what that ping actually means. And I'm not going to talk anymore about that because I've talked about the ping ad nauseum. But AD's theory, says, well, God, the ping really was like the elephant in the room, right? So it's insane that law enforcement would have not have questioned her about the ping in Frederick on the morning that the family went missing and on the day that was murdered at 6:16 a.m., right after Chris Watts left his driveway and headed to Serby 319, where the bodies were later recovered. So she pinged in Frederick right near their house right around that time. So, to kind of reconcile that big conundrum, because it is a conundrum. How could that have happened? And law enforcement didn't look into her. That's crazy. He says, well, maybe she beat him to the punch. And she told law enforcement, she said, yeah, you're going to see a ping. And let me tell you why. Okay. I'm a crazy mistress. And I knew that my boyfriend's wife was coming home the night before. I was really freaking out because I'm a crazy psycho mistress. And, I just wanted to see what was going on, if he really went to work or if he was staying at home to make, goody with his wife. And oh my gosh, investigators, the weirdest thing happened when I was sitting outside of his house and looking at his house. He was loading up his truck. His truck was kind of parked in a weird way. And again, this is Armchair Detective's theory. And his moderators tell me if I get anything wrong. And you know what? I saw him loading into the truck, guys. Nicole Kessinger talking. Two garbage bags, black trash bags loaded with a bunch of stuff. And then it looked almost like something was all wrapped up in a sheet, and he put it in the truck and off he went. Well, I think then his theory goes like this, that, having that information been given to them by Nicole Kessinger so she could get ahead of the shit show that was about to happen. Law enforcement then went, and put the drones up at Serby. And, we could say that this did or didn't happen, that they planted the garbage bags and the sheet. Now, I have such a hard time believing that law enforcement, especially when we've got the FBI and CBI involved, that they would plant evidence. And maybe, guys, that's because I don't want to believe it, because that's a scary world to live in. But I mean, it is a theory and it is a possibility.
Well, I think the crazy thing is that she pinged in Frederick one time, and then she didn't use her cell phone until 2 o'clock later that day. But
that's right.
Plunder, or another channel, was saying that she used her cell phone on a daily basis, at least once an hour. So for that time, for it to her not use it from whatever time, 6 o'clock or whatever she pinged.
Yeah, that's right.
2 o'clock is not normal for Nicole.
That's right. That's right. And actually, let me just show you something here. Whoops. I think I can share another one. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Let me just get to something. Yeah, that is definitely an issue. And, it went like this, David. Also, they had that 111-minute phone call, right? We all know that.
And we all know that she was on the phone with them whenever he was talking to investigators. So there's no reason why she should have been even on the phone.
And that's right, too. And then the next activity on her phone after the 111-minute phone call was the 6:16 a.m. ping. And then there wasn't an activity on her phone again until 2:38 in the afternoon. She pinged from the caller originating in Platteville, where she worked. Now, something I did was I went through every single page of the cell phone records. Luckily, I had the July 13th to the August 14th cell phone records, because we all know they went missing from Discovery, and I found, David, that underneath the 111-minute phone call, so that's almost 2 hours. The three next longest phone calls, David, were 51 minutes, 52 minutes, and 54 minutes between NK and Chris ever. So that's under an hour. So that tells us that, you know, the 111-minute phone call was really very out of character for them. And I'm going to play just a little bit of this video here for, I hope that not everyone has seen it. It's only like 4 minutes because I really broke this down for y'all since we're on the topic.
I work with Kelly searches equals answers, and she puts something out, and it shows more than one people leaving.
Yeah, and well, let's talk about that in a minute too.
Of the Watts family.
Okay, so here we have Saratoga Trail. Then we have where the Frederick Tower was. These two locations are very close. Now, guys, I want you to know that I was able to get the record and maps of the towers at the time of this tragedy in August 13th, 2018. And the towers that I have depicted on my visuals are towers that service Verizon, which was the carrier Kessinger was using. Okay, so down here where the little red marker is, that's Kessinger's residence. So her route to work up in Platteville is as shown over to the right, up to Platteville, takes a total of 33 minutes. You'll see right out in the middle of that map, you'll see Frederick, okay? Now what we're doing, guys, is we're zooming in to this full route, 33-minute route map, okay?
You're echoing a little bit.
Oh, I am? Okay. All right, so here it is. Okay, here, I'll just verbally see, next to this highway here, I have all these pictures of super cool Kessinger at the sand. Okay, so I can just tell you what's happening here. Okay, so we've got, this route, kind of the right, the green line, it's a highway. Kessinger's pictures are next to it. That's the route she would go up. The big red arrow is pointing to the tower that she pinged off of. There are also Verizon towers over to the right-hand side of the screen, and they are a lot closer to her, and they have a heavy bandwidth. So if she was traveling up the highway via this route next to where pictures are, it's much more likely that she's going to be pinging off one of these 3 towers that are closer to the highway. So the tower that she did ping off, where that big red arrow is pointing to it, I just showed in earlier slides or whatever, that the Watts house was 0.8 miles from that tower. So that's pretty significant. So now, as here's, whoops, let me just, there we go. Here we're looking at all of the different pages of the phone bell. So on each page here, I circled the longest phone call that Nicole Kessinger had, and also longest phone call she had with Chris Watts. The longest phone call she had with someone else was 75 minutes with Jim at some point, but that was really rare. And most of her phone calls with Chris Watts were much, much shorter.
Yeah, that's they don't usually make those long phone calls. I see the one you got 39 minutes. So
Yeah.
the 111 minutes, some people thought it might have been a FaceTime or whatever, or that it was just to cover up that they were talking or whatever the case was.
Yeah, it totally could have been. So it says I have here a total of 8. There was only a total of 8 calls in their whole relationship that lasted over 30 minutes. So to be on the phone for 111 minutes for them was like crazy. So then here's, you look at her phone bill, you got this whole, little timeline of badness. So we've got, that 111-minute phone call. The next thing is a 6:16 a.m. ping. And then the next activity on her phone that day is a 2:38 p.m. ping from her work, which I have a video in production right now that's going to come out that's going to show the trend of her calls during the day to show how unusual that is as well. Pretty crazy stuff, pretty incriminating, or at least suspicious, I'm going to say. So
it's very suspicious. I'm trying to look at this, and she didn't really make the long calls. It looks like the longest call she's ever made was to Chris.
Yeah.
But then you got the 111 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. It's kind of crazy. So let me show you what I recently found as I was going through the discovery, okay? And then I've been doing some further research into this. I've talked to some friends of mine who are attorneys to get their perspective on it. And there's still a major question that I need to do answering. So I'm sort of like not complete in my research here, but I did want to. And so I was thinking, should I put out what I have or should I wait till it's complete? But really, I could use some help. So if anybody has some feedback or insight into this, please let me know. And hi, Molson Man. And then we'll get to questions for David very soon. Okay, so here we go. So this is a screenshot of one of the pages of Discovery. And what this is, when you're searching Discovery, it's page 283. It is one of it says collected log item, evidence entry, recorded interview of Nicole Kessinger. Okay. So it says a lot of different things on there. So let's go to the next slide and zoom in a little bit.
You said 243?
283.
283.
That's right.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Okay.
And then I was looking at the beginning of the discovery, and a lot of those evidences don't line up with the numbers that they were supposed to be given.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I haven't been able to make sense of that. Maybe you and I should make a project out of it.
Yeah, that'd be good. So I'm looking at the collected item log. I think that's the same.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. So here I have circled it. Now in this upper left-hand corner for FBI documents, there's a form number. Okay. So here it says FD-1087. All right. So now it's important to note, first of all, so that's just one thing. You guys are just going to have to hang with me here because there's sort of a lot to explain. So let's see. Oops. Yeah. Hold it. So if you're looking through the rest of the discovery, and I'm going to share the rest of the discovery with you. Let's see. Okay, very good. You're going to find, oops. Wait a minute. Okay. You're going to find you see other form numbers throughout discovery. So if you look in this upper left-hand corner, there's FD-302. There's at times one that's like FD 1057. I can't go through all of them now. It's kind of silly, but you can either take my word for it or look at it yourself. This is the only document in the discovery that is on form 1087. You guys got me?
Did you try to Google to see what FD 1087?
Well, I did. And it's not an easy answer. So stay with me, my friend. It's only going to take me another 3 minutes to explain this whole thing, I think. So as you go down, guys, on that page, that 1087 collected item document page, have you guys seen this? Under the details, it says recorded interview of Nicole Kessinger. And then it says in parentheses in capital letters, protect identity on August 15th, 2018. Have you guys seen that before?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it before, but that's not all. Let me ask chat. I want to know in chat, have you seen that, guys? The protected identity in parentheses in capital letters on one of the evidence submission forms. Hi, Molson Man. Let's see. And let me just see. I just really want to get answers from those guys. So you guys, let me know. Have you seen that no, you haven't, anaphylaxis? Awesome. Keep them coming. I want to know if anyone's seen this. So on this one form, you have never seen that before tonight. Interesting. Okay, cool. And this one form, guys, and if you go and you search the redacted discovery file, if you put in 283, you're going to get to this page. It's on form 1087. This is the only form 1087 that information has been recorded in the entire discovery. Okay, you guys haven't seen it. Okay, cool. Oh, no, that's okay. You guys are good. Yeah. Happy Easter. When asked that it was a missing persons case, well, okay. Maybe that's going to be something that comes into play. So, oops. Okay. So let's just go forward a little bit more in this. So, and I'm going to show all right. When I looked up examples of the FBI records being recorded on a 1087 form, more often than not, much more often than not, and I haven't, worked out the statistics or the percent or anything like that yet. I told you I'm still in the process of investigating this. The information had been classified at some point and then unclassified. In other circumstances, the information given on a form 1087 was from an individual that was considered a protected source. I couldn't find any examples that did not fit one of those two situations. So there's a whole lot of legal mumbo jumbo that I really have to work through so I can cook it down into conversational terms for a presentation. And I'm going to be doing another live stream to follow up on this pretty soon. But I guess the question that becomes material when you have information that's obtained this way, it says the in question is not whether the requested document is of the type that the agency usually treats as confidential, but whether the particular source spoke with an understanding that the communication would remain confidential. So basically, guys, what I have found is that when information is recorded in this matter on a form 1087 and it's noted that the identity is going to be protected, that has been, that's been expressly requested by the source, and that source and the law enforcement agency, and it's only the FBI that can do this, have made an agreement, a special agreement, that the source is going to be specially protected because ostensibly that source has information that is critical, pivotal, bombshell, or that cannot be obtained by any other source. An example I have here, and there were so many, was the FBI documentation, David Petraeus. David Petraeus was the former director of the CIA. The documentation, this is true with a lot of sources that are recorded on a form 1087. The information was at some point classified and then unclassified. So, I just have a screenshot of that document here in regards to Mr. David Petraeus. And then I zoomed in a little bit. I don't know how much that really means, but yeah, so that's where we be at.
Yeah, this whole case is pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre. So let's see. I would like to know what you guys think about that. And let me find some questions for you, David.
Let's see if I can send to. I'm actually a lot of people asked if I was going to do anything else about it. So I'm actually working on a story with the Sun, and I'm working on getting that published. I was working with the Daily Mail, and they needed Tammy to speak out against whatever I said, and they said that the response they received was that the case is closed, and they needed her to speak on it, and she's refusing to speak on it.
How did they find that the case is closed? How did you know?
They said that well, the last email I got from Daily Mail said that the word back is that the case remains closed, and that Tammy is refusing to speak out.
Would you mind sharing that communication with me at some point?
Yeah, I can do that.
My email, I'll put in chat. And Jamie can give it to you too. It's whatsobsession@gmail.com.
All right, it's a WhatsApp obsession, you said?
Yep, at gmail.com. whatsobsession@gmail.com.
Yeah. Okay. I can get that on there now.
Awesome.
And
well, I'm sorry, honey. Go ahead.
You can go ahead. I was just going to tell you that I'll exchange these other communications. I think I got the one with the Jamie on my other phone. I can pull that up for you too.
Awesome. That would be great. Now, David, another thing that the reason that I brought up that other presentation I had, put out there before was, I don't know if you realize this, David, but the 111-minute phone conversation that Chris Watts and Kessinger had, on August 12th, that Sunday night, it is not in the discovery. And let me tell you, David, on August 12th, everything that man did is in the discovery. Every phone call, everything he did is in the discovery. There's 6 pages in the discovery on the timeline for August 12th. But conspicuously, the 111-minute phone conversation is nowhere to be found in the official discovery. And then DTC Primetime here says, no notes of that interview either. Property of FBI on loan to Weld County. Thank you very much, DTC. Yep. RR, it would be interesting to get a lawyer's take on these documents. So, this research that I've been doing has been just very recent. A friend of mine, I don't know if you've heard me, I've talked about many times on here, who is a criminal defense attorney and also runs a non-for-profit. He's become very, very big in his niche of the law. I sent it along to him, and, he's looking into it now as well. He's going to be able to, of course, research on a much deeper level than I am, because he's a practicing and accomplished lawyer. So he thinks that we're on the right track here, as far as understanding that it indicates something special and protected. But when he does report back to me, I will let you know. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. DTC Primetime, let me give my friend a little plug. Says AD's book, Shadow Man, is a Bible of truth for me. Yes, I have endorsed his book as well. I like it very much. I think it's a really great book. I think it offers something a little different than the typical rote narrative. And I just think he's a smart man. Let's see. Priya says to John Smith about the 111-minute phone call and that being their last call before SW became back. I'm not sure. I didn't get the first part of that conversation. Jody is cool, says, this is fascinating, Kelly. Thank you, darling. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. So I don't know. I'm interested in, and does anyone have any, thoughts on what I just put out there? John McSmith, David wants to know if you heard back from A&E.
Of the reward season, so yeah, I'm in communication with them, but they're following other things, and
Okay.
I'll exchange it. I sent you an email, but
Awesome.
you can check it if you want.
Yeah, awesome. Very good. I definitely will do that. Do you want me to check it now or later?
You can check it now. I don't mind if you want to.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. All right.
So if you don't mind, can I respond to one of your viewers?
Please take it away. I'm gonna go dig into my email. It'll take me a while. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I gotta send you. I'll send you another one in a minute. But Priya Jacob, yeah, a lot of creators try to discredit. I don't know how many times I can put it on my channel that when I was at prison with Chris, but it does get aggravating. And I've shown people letters that I got letters from him, and I guess the best way to do it is talk to Jamie or Cindy and ask them if I was locked up with them. So.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry that you get that kind of BS from other creators, David. You'll always be treated with respect on this channel, and you deserve nothing less.
I get a lot of support and love from Ellie and Amber and Kelly.
Good.
So they treat me pretty good.
I didn't get your email. So it's
I think I might have sent it to. It's What's the Obsession, not
no,
What's
there's
Obsession.
no the. It's just Watts Obsession at Gmail.
All right, let me resend.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I think that I put that, but let's see here. You can put these on if you want.
Okay.
You want to share them to your screen?
I will certainly do that.
So this will answer the question about A&E and the other things.
Okay, very good.
All right.
Oops. Where's the frame? Oh, wait, hold it. Wait a minute. think I went to a different account by accident. Let me get over here. Oh, where'd he go? Can't hear you, David, honey. Oh, I'll give him a minute. We can't hear you. I don't know what's up with the volume there. Okay, here. I got his all right. So I got the email from David while he figures out if he has a do you have a technical thing going on? All right, let's see.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
I think whenever I switch off screens, it does that. If you want to give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Sure thing. All right, so let me just open these up. Okay, so let me just share this with you. It's one of the things that one of the items that David just sent me. I haven't even read it yet, but here, let me just get it up on screen. Window, yeah. Okay. So what we have here is communication with Laura from the Daily Mail. So David says, "Hi, Laura. Have you been able to talk to your editor?" And Laura says, and this is from Friday, April 1st. "Hi, David. I'm sorry for the delay. I've been in court, as you know, and we just broke for the day. I haven't been able to speak further with my editor, and I'm on vacation next week. I'll follow up on my return, but as things stand, we can't take the story on without speaking to Tammy. The word I have back at this point is that the case remains closed." So I believe her that she was going on vacation the following week because a lot of schools are on spring break. So then David just says, "I agree with that as well. But if Chris told me Nicole was involved, the world should hear it and push for the case to be investigated." Hells yeah, I totally agree with you, David. Yeah, for sure. What do you guys think about that in chat? DTC Primetime. I love this question answered, friend. David, do you know Heather? And does she seem credible? That's for you, David. Oh, can't hear ya if you're talking.
All right, sorry about that. I was really hoping I can go without discussing Heather. But
Okay.
since the question was answered, no, she cannot. I know firsthand that she is not talking to Chris.
Right.
She just had somebody that I don't even want to talk about because I don't want me getting slammed for
No.
the same sex marriage, which I'm supportive of it. But she got a girl to go up there to Las Vegas with her and marry her, thinking that she's gonna be marrying Chris Watts one day, and
Yeah.
so
Miranda. Yeah.
she just scammed Angie out of all that money, and
Yeah.
so
You
no,
know
I
how
don't
much
think
money it was that she scammed Angie out of?
I'm actually working with Angie's actually on my Facebook, so
Okay.
I mean not on my Facebook but my YouTube. I don't know what it is yet. I've been talking to Ellie.
Oh my
So,
goodness. Yeah, I know. I put that right after Allie Erickson's live stream the other night. I went on a live. I was going to do a different topic, but I immediately started covering that because at the time it sounded like, Angie didn't like her daughter was missing, and that was really alarming to me. I think that what Heather has done is still really alarming, but it seems like what we know has changed a little bit. So I personally am just holding off until we have a little more information.
yeah, well, a lot of people want to back down because of the whole same sex whatever, but I put a
I don't
video
care
out
about
and
that.
I responded to Heather, and she copyrighted struck me a couple of days ago, so
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that too. So
but I won't be intimidated by her. It's never been about same sex marriage. It's not about that with Angie. It's about her lying to her daughter and
exactly.
stealing all that money.
Exactly. We can't let her make it be about same-sex marriage because I have so many friends who are married to somebody of the same sex, and I don't care as long as you're happy and you're doing your thing. God bless your soul. So that's just silliness.
I posted something that true love has no boundaries, and it's not about the same sex marriage. It's about the money and the line and stuff.
That's right. So RR has a question for you, David. She says, at David Carter, why do you think that CW shared this information with you and not anyone else? That's a fair question.
That's a fair question, but I want to say that he also shared it with Dylan Tallman as well.
That's right.
But I think he chose people who was closest to him and wouldn't judge him. And I think that Chris is scared because of what Dwayne might do or his powers, or I don't even know much about Dwayne. But
Yeah.
I think that he's kind of being threatened or something.
Uh-huh.
I had somebody that came to me a couple of days ago and said that she had a vision and said she'd been working with CDT and some other channels, and that her vision was that Chris never killed anybody. He was forced to watch his entire family
Oh
get
my
murdered.
God. Hell,
And
yikes. Oh,
so, I mean, everybody's got their own theories on the case.
that's right. And DTC Primetime, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. You are always such a big supporter of what I do in the channel, and thank you so much, seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Let's see. We have some more questions for you. I'm trying not to miss any. Now, and hi, Cadis, how are you? Nice to see you.
So
Yes.
let's since Lana's in your chat, let's see what she has to say about this.
Since who's in my chat?
Lana.
Oh, Lana. I didn't even know she was here. I didn't see her yet. Lana girl, how you doing? Oh, Lana, hi. None of this is true. Oh, she says none of this is true. Okay. Do you want to come up and talk about it? I would love to have you come up. We can all keep things respectful here. It's all good. And if you don't want to, Lana, that's okay too. Whatever you want to do. But love you, watch the session. Happy Easter. Happy Easter to you, sweetie. Did you hear the part? Have you been on for the whole live stream? I'd be really interested to know about what you think about what I was talking about with the Form 1087 and the protected identity and all of that stuff. Okay, you're going to bed. Okay. Love you too, Truth and Transparency. Love you, Lana. If you get a chance to, watch this at some point, and I would love to know what you think. Okay. So Lana, our friend Lana, Truth and Transparency here. If you haven't already, go check her channel out.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much. I know that her and the troll, whatever, Aunt Lala, or whatever's bickering or arguing. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even know what's going on with that. But
sorry,
here,
Darlene. I know you don't know me. I don't know you, but I've seen your channel, and I have nothing against you either.
yeah, we're all good. And when we come to WhatsApp session, we all say what we need to say, and we're just like, okay, man, what that other person said, I think is whacked, but it's all good because freedom of speech, and we have different brains, different experiences, and different opinions.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, so
Yeah. Jody is cool, says Lana is cool. I think so too. I'm just tired tonight. Well, girlfriend, you always have a ton of energy. You are allowed to be tired whenever you need to be. But yeah, but I would love to know what you think about what I was discussing. Lana, stay on for just 1 second. I just want to ask you one thing, okay? No, we're all good. Stay on for just 1 second, okay? So I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but had you, there's more to it than this, my darling, okay? But I want to know if so. What we are looking at right here, Lana, it's if you search the redacted discovery, when you type in 283, this is what you get. It's an FBI collected log item. On the top, obviously, it says unclassified. Now, this Form 1087, Lana, really jumped out at me because there are no other like it in the discovery. And upon doing further research, it means something. And I'm not going to talk about that again because I already talked about that a lot. But if you go to the bottom of the page, under the details, it says recorded interview of Nicole Kessinger, and then parentheses, and in capital letters, it says protected identity on August 15th, 2018. So I know that you have gone through the discovery with a fine-tooth comb, and obviously, whatever. Had you seen that before? Had you noticed that before? Yeah. Christy says Lana's pretty intelligent. Lana is really intelligent. Let's see. Okay. So, wait, yup, the FBI. Oh, thank you. Priya says, Kelly, that's why I love your channel and lives. You have an open mind and listen to all points of view. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's how I want it to be. You have? Okay. So I would like to talk to you about that later on because it seems like from the research that I've been doing and the people, like the lawyers I've talked to and everything that I've collected, that there was some kind of a deal between, and I'm saying this kind of loosely because I told everyone I'm still in the process of investigating this, between Kessinger and the FBI to have special arrangements, to have special protection of her. So, that's something that's not really out there. And I want to know, what does that mean? So somebody had asked this before and somebody's asking again. This is a good topic. Oh, okay. You're just saying, yeah, I have that starred. Let's talk about it. Can we please talk about NK's dad and his influence on everything? See the time? Okay. So that was August 18th, 2018 at 5:36 p.m. I don't know. But yeah, what do you, David, I'm going to throw the question to you. Some people wanted to bring up this topic. Let's talk about NK's dad and his influence on everything. Yeah, girl, I see it. I guess my brain isn't like firing like on all cylinders. It was collected at that time. Okay.
Well, my theory about Dwayne is he has a lot in a lot of this. I've been focusing some of my the interrogation with her and her dad. I've been focused on their body language, and somebody points out, I haven't been able to go back and look at it, that it appears that Nicole dropped something for her dad to pick up during the interview, and he picked it up and looked at it.
That's interesting.
So I haven't been able to actually look at that. I forgot where the timestamp's at, so I got to go back and look at it. But she was, or he was acting like a lawyer. He was saying what can and can't be answered. He was cutting the detective off and telling them that no, you can't. Well, and then the detective says, "Well, I'm asking her the question. I want her to answer it."
Sure. Right. Yeah.
But I really think that that he has a lot to do with the case and the reason why she's being treated so differently.
Yeah, I think so too. Wait, I think I just got to a point in the interview where he pipes up. Let me see if it is. I'll share it with you guys. Let's see.
Oh, I did send you that whenever you're like before the
Oh
month.
yeah. Yep. Okay, hold it. Let me pause that. Okay. Jumping around a lot here, guys. So let's see. So I've got some other screenshots that David had sent me. So let's see what we got next here. Alrighty. Oh, and bye, Kelly searches equals answers. I just saw that you're leaving. Thank you for being here, sweetie. Take care. Let's see.
Yeah, she's one of my mods.
Yeah, she's good. Okay, so this one is from A&E Today News. So the first message says, "Hi, David. Some questions, please. Have you reached out to the Rusick family with the info you shared with me? And have the Watts family responded about NK being allegedly involved in the crime? Because that new evidence could be grounds for a new trial, thus giving Watts a chance to have a new trial with an actual jury. The counts would also be reduced." And then the same person who's messaging David says, "Some would be transferred to Kessinger." So then David responds, I assume that's you, David. "The Rusicks are aware of my information. They still want to believe that he acted alone. The Watts family has not responded, as far as I know, about her involvement. I would like to try to push open investigation again, and that's why I'm trying to let this information and the phone calls widely available for the public to hear." Okay, and then I think that there's another. Does the conversation continue with the next screenshots, David?
Yeah, there's 2 more screenshots.
Yeah. Okay, let me grab them here. So the next one is, sorry, it's just because I just am getting this from an email. I just have to do it like one at a time, All right, so the next thing we've got is, okay, here we go. Let me share this instead now. Go back to StreamYard and share new. All right. Okay. David, thank you for sharing this with us. I really appreciate it.
That's no problem. I try to be transparent with it. The whole thing with the FBI and CBI didn't really go as good as I planned.
Well, I have some. I'm going to ask my attorney friend about your situation, David. We'll stay connected, and maybe I can connect he and you. And if he's not willing to do that, because he had some bad experience with me already and somebody I worked with on YouTube. But if at the very least, I think he would give me some advice to pass along to you. Okay.
Okay, somebody told me that I should reach out to an attorney that handled a high profile case and see if they'll take my case up.
That's a good idea too. So we can think about who those people might be. So Annie then responds to David. Yes, quite understandable. The Rustics are still very much in mourning, but trying to move on. Sandy has her cooking gig and they are trying very hard to move on. I'm going to try to gather every bit of information before interviewing you. I don't want to leave anything out because airtime is so valuable. If you have any other items you would like to add, pictures, recordings, anything, please let me know. We need to corroborate as many events as we can. Your story will be told. I want to make sure you are not attacked. So that is why I'm being so methodical about this matter. Have a good night and great day tomorrow. Well, that's very responsible. I like that. And then David says, I don't have any other items for now. I'll be ready when you're able to have an interview. Good night too. And then the next one says, okay, David. Okay, we'll prepare everything and set it up. Grateful for your patience. All right. And then we have one more screenshot. Go ahead. Oh, were you going to say something, David?
No, I was coughing.
Okay. Do you have a cold?
I'm actually just getting over the flu. I spent a week off last week from work, so I'm just not getting over it.
Well, I hope you feel better.
Yeah, that's but I guess after I got back to work, I got a $2 an hour raise, so that's good.
Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Good for you. You must be working hard. That's awesome.
Yeah. I guess everybody else got the same raise.
Oh, well, hey, as long as you're part of it, that's what matters, right?
As long as I've been out of prison for about a year. Been off of meth about 7 months now, so I'm doing good.
Congratulations. Considering that you were in prison a few times also, the fact that you're working hard enough to keep your job and get a raise, you really should be proud of yourself. That's good stuff, David. So, okay, A&E responds to him and says, hello, David. Okay, we'll prepare everything, set it up for you. Grateful for your patience and you're sharing this information with us. This case has had many twists and turns, so putting everything in order for a clear picture is no easy task. We are trying to condense a 3-hour interview into 1 hour without leaving out any pertinent information. Thank you for sharing your personal information with us. Shanann and her children deserve full justice. Amen, A&E. That's how I feel too. Have a great day, David. So then David says, sounds great. What time frame do you think we'll move forward with? And then A&E says, we're gearing up for the Academy. I think they mean gearing up. We're gearing up for the Academy Awards and we're covering Scouts hearing. So it will be a little while. Please bear with us. Award season is insane. Oh, yeah, I bet it is. And then they just corrected themselves to say, yes, we were meant to say gearing up, not hearing up. Okay. Oh, wait, here. Lana says something. I'd love to see what that is. So here, I always value Lana's opinion. So she says, whoops. Oh, hold it. I can't read it like that. Just one sec. Sorry, guys. All right. The FBI didn't put 5 reports in the release discovery. Yeah, I had found that there was some missing stuff too. I didn't know it was 5. You're very thorough, my girl. That's what people should talk about. Yes, that's what people should talk about. And we have been talking about that, but you know more about that than I do. So thank you for confirming that is the truth. And it is specifically 5. We've discussed that in the last 2 live streams, actually, as well as a camera of Nate's recording before Chris ever walks out of the garage. How is that possible? I think people should be talking about that too. And I also think, obviously, they should be talking about what we're talking about here, or else I wouldn't be presenting it because I'm not hurting for content, that's for sure. But let's see. No one's blaming Dwayne. All right. Here, I have a couple other questions for David I've starred. If you asked a question a long time ago, I probably did star you. But if you have a question for David, go ahead and write it in the comments and please put it in all caps so I can clearly see it, okay? All right.
Or they can tag me if they're able to tag.
Yeah, that's true. You can tag. That's right. So, David, did he ever address the rumors about NK being pregnant and does he believe that she was?
Well, last time I talked to Chris, he said that it was very possible that she was pregnant, and that's the reason why he wanted to protect her. But I don't know for sure if she was.
Say that beginning again. Say that again.
He said that he thought that she might have been pregnant, but he didn't know for sure, and that's why one of the reasons why he was protecting her.
I could see her being, I'm sorry, this is just in my opinion, and I might sound like a catty B word. I might be totally wrong, but I can really see Kessinger being one of those women that tells somebody that she's pregnant because she's trying to manipulate them.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah,
I think that if she did have what a lot of people think that that could be the reason why she disappeared on the face of the earth.
that could possibly be. Now, let's see. RR, who's one of our new moderators, thank you so much, my dear, says, and I want to know what you think of this, David, says, she's saying this to Truth and Transparency. She's saying, my biggest question was always, what made Nate's camera start recording if it's motion censored? Going to you, David, what do you think?
I haven't been able to look at all of Nate's. I'm actually working with Kelly searches to try to figure all that out. I think that a lot of things was premeditated and planned. I think that they set a lot of the stuff up and try to manipulate the cameras.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, well, hey, that would be crazy, but so many things are possible. Got another question.
I don't know anything about Jim. I never was talked about with Jim by Chris, so I don't know much about Jim.
Chris never mentioned Jim, not a once.
I don't have any information about Jim.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Oh, yeah. So, Sharon, why did Chris say anything about NKs? Okay. Nope. So, we already got that question. All right. Let's see. Okay. So, DTC Primetime says, at David Carter, if she had plans and Watts was somewhat unaware, is that why the cover up so sloppy?
Yeah, I think that's a very big reason why the cover up's sloppy. I had Frankie attack me on my page my channel a couple days ago.
I'm sorry about that. Frankie
yeah,
Jr.?
Frankie Jr. Was attacking me on my channel, wanted me to take his pictures off or something. I don't know. But I think that they want to believe that Chris acted alone, and they might, I don't know, they might even be afraid of Dwayne. I'm not in no way saying, just like you were saying, that Dwayne is involved in any of this. But it is suspicious that he was allowed in the interview the entire time.
It is suspicious because, we all know that,
It wasn't
when
interrogation.
sat down with her son, who was a minor, she was told to not say a damn word, basically. Speaking of Nicole, oops, hold it. I just clicked on like a pop-up thing. Oh, shit. Give me back. Sorry. Okay. So speaking of Nicole Atkinson, our buddy Lana says, possibly, and I don't know what she's saying possibly to. NA set that off, and that part was deleted. Just saying, LOL. LOL. I don't know why either, but I think something set it off. So, I'm not sure who she was responding to. Let me see. It was RR who I already put up on the screen. Okay.
And then you wonder why, or what happened to the Vivint camera like before, and why does it show a certain time she coming home and then nothing after that or nothing before it?
Yeah, that is definitely really curious. I just want to say that DTC Primetime says Frankie attacks a lot, and I was just thinking that too. Just recently, I've seen him. I've seen that like on a number of channels. There's been stuff. So I hope that doesn't really upset you. And Lana says, "Good night, Kelly and David. Happy Easter to all. You too, sweetheart. Be in touch. I want to know. Yeah, let's talk.
Yeah, we can do a live together if you want, Lana. Sometime, me, you, and Kelly, or however you want to do it."
Awesome. Jamie Smith is so funny. Jamie one time said in chat famously that she has to wear a pork chop around her neck to keep her husband interested. So she just said, still has half-eaten pork chop for hubby. Here, hubby, hubby, hubby. Come here, hubby. Jamie, you are so funny.
Is that Jamie? Is that what he's doing while you're doing the YouTube? You gotta keep him entertained, so he's eating pork chops.
That's funny.
She is amazing. She's one of my mods. She's great.
Yeah, she is awesome. Anaphylaxis, who's a moderator for AD, says, this is a good question, Anaphylaxis. I never thought about this. Says, is it possible that NK would not talk without her daddy there? Yeah, that's possible. That's a good thought. I hadn't thought about that. I think that's very possible.
Yeah, I think so too. So Lana says to tell Chris that Kim G is still married. I don't know if that's the one that was on Murder's channel a couple days ago.
Oh, I don't, Kim Griffith or whatever.
Yeah.
But someone emailed me at some point. I don't know if it was her, someone claiming it was her. I never ended up getting back to her because the channel was under some drama fire at that time. Thank you. I'm not even going to say the channel name because he doesn't deserve it. But I was like, you know what? No more drama for me. Dun, dun, dun.
So, I want to say that with Lana, I know she just did a super chat. I know she's been being attacked, but I don't really know what she's doing wrong on her channel. I think that she's trying to help people, like she says.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, I think so too. And oh, hey, Lana, thank you so much for the super chat. And DTC Primetime, thank you so much for the super chat as well. And I'm sorry, I didn't see those sooner, guys. DTC Primetime, thank you so much, my girl. Thank you for supporting me in the channel. She says, what? And this girl is very knowledgeable about the case. Says, Watt set off the camera 10 to 30 seconds before the female walked out. So and hi Georgia, welcome to the channel. Let's see. Hold it. Good night, Lana. If you said good night, thank you so much, honey. Let's talk soon. Thank you for the super chat and for being here and for speaking up. Priya says, I agree. I think areas of Nate's Vivid videos were definitely altered to blur out details. People they did not want the public to see. I mean, that could be totally possible. What I want to know is where's that video that Red X and Don Joe and whoever claimed that they had that saw that person walking out that some people think is NK and some people think is Chris Watts, that they were able to make it so clear that you can identify the person positively. And law enforcement told them they couldn't even put it out on YouTube because you could identify the person so clearly that it would basically be, you know, interfering with the pursuit of justice. This was like 4 or 5 months ago. Whatever happened to that?
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that too, but a lot of the footages were withheld from the public for some reason, maybe even Nate's. But these videos have been doctored up so many times, we don't even know what's real and what's not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I did put some on my channel, and one got like 3,000 views from a couple weeks ago. It shows clearly that somebody other than Chris is walking out of the house.
Wait, say that again, sweetie.
I put a video out that clearly shows somebody other than Chris walking out of the house.
Oh, cool. So everybody, David Carter, you could just I'm gonna drop his link to his channel and also Kelly Searches Equal Answers in the description box after this is done. But if you just put in David Carter, you'll find his channel. Actually, let me do it myself right here and put the description and link in for you because that's the least I could do, right? So just give me a second. See if there's any other questions for you, David.
All right. Yeah, I don't really you know, I like people coming, but my mind is just trying to get these girls justice and to get a polygraph test. So
Absolutely. Well, I think, you know, people, yes, I am subscribed. People go into your channel and seeing what you have to say, I think that's going to help you. And I do think, let me tell you, when you just first, you know, get to like, you know, 1,000 subscribers anyway, you know, monetization is really going to be minimal. I think it's a good idea. You know, do as you wish. It's your call. But while, you know, you're still on this pursuit to be heard on this issue, you know, I think, you know, you said you haven't monetized yet. I think that just gives you a certain degree of credibility. And I just want to assure you that you are not missing out on that much because it takes a while to start like actually making revenue.
yeah,
So I just put the link to David's channel in the chat for any of you that would like to check it out. And yeah, wait a man's heart through his stomach. Oh, Janie girl, you're still in the pork chops. Oh, wait, let's see. Lana says, you guys are welcome. That is right, David. I'm just trying to help wrongfully convicted persons that didn't get their fair shake or possibly set up, you know, and they're just jealous of the 501c3 period. Lana's good girl.
Mark Klein, it's good to see you.
Oh, hey, Mark Klein. How's it going? Nice to see ya. Hello, hello. Let's see. What does Wentz McKean says? Oh, maybe not same one, but definitely footage that shows someone other than Chris walking out of the house looks like NK. Aussie Girl Jen says, what? Wow, is that me? It wasn't real, Kelly. It was to upset AD, bunch of babies. Oh, you mean that video that Red X and John Doe Don Joe claimed that they had where you could see the person walking out of the garage so clearly and it was obviously NK. You could see her so clearly that
Is that the
law enforcement told him that they couldn't show it on YouTube. You mean that was a lie and a scam? Oh my God, that's crazy.
is that the video that Red X pulled off my channel?
Oh, did that? It's
I
quite
think
possible.
I think she actually she mentioned it in her chat that she put it off my channel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel you, Aussie girl Jen. I feel you, friend. Let's see. Let's see. This is horribly mishandled. Okay. So, oh, well, I thought this was going to be the anaphylaxis, but it says, at Anne, this case was horribly mishandled. I'm a retired police sergeant detective. So anaphylaxis is, in our chat she's a moderator for AD. I forgot to mention this for her. I always love it when she's in the chat. I have another person that comes in sometimes, Vanessa Orr, who's also retired law enforcement. And, guys, for those of you that, think that there's just a bunch of YouTube creators who don't know what they're talking about, making a bunch of smoke out of something that's not fire. Anaphylaxis, who's a retired police sergeant and detective, says this case was horribly mishandled. And anaphylaxis, and you can say more if you want to. If you don't feel comfortable, it's okay. In saying that it's horribly mishandled, do you think that it's fair for people to want certain things to be looked further into?
Well, one would have to ask themselves why Chris isn't opening up about what really happened that night.
Yeah, that's right.
I do have some people, which I am all about listening to people's perspectives, but I have an overwhelmingly amount of people that think that Chris Watts didn't kill his family.
Yeah, I mean, they're okay. So there are people that think that Chris Watts didn't kill his family. Then there are people like me, and I am willing to say that there are a whole lot of facts I'm not privy to, so I don't know. But my sense is, after everything that I've looked at and studied and researched and listened to, range of perspectives, I think that he should be in prison. Do I think that he acted alone and that he should solely be in prison and nobody else should be in prison and that he should be serving 5 life sentences plus? I don't, maybe not. I don't believe that justice was completely served, and that's where I'm at. Wentz McKean points out that the law enforcement officers and Tammy got promotions for a couple days' work. I'm in the wrong job. And then Ara was surprised, saying they were promoted, shut up. And anaphylaxis to my question, that is it fair that, if she, being a retired police sergeant and detective, says that things were mishandled, and I asked her, is it fair then that we want things to be looked further into? She says, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and for her to shut me down as quick as she did and agreed to give me a polygraph and then just back out of it, that doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, that is really weird. That's really
She was
weird.
not willing to give Chris a lie detector test, but then whenever I agreed to, she just draws a line.
Yeah, there must have been a reason, because I listened to that call between you and her a few times, and I felt as though she was expressing sincere interest in what you had to say. Did you feel like that when you were talking to her?
I did, yeah. I felt like she was really wanting to hear what she had to say, but for her to change her tone and then go back and say that I was not credible, she didn't even explain the reason why. And I even put in a text message that people tried to say that I fabricated, that I agreed to take a polygraph test. I don't know what else I can do.
That's crazy. I'm sorry, David. Georgia, I'm not even gonna try the last name. And welcome. I think I said welcome to you, but if I didn't, welcome so much to the channel. Says, wasn't it a YouTuber who pointed out the shadows of what appeared to be 2 small walking persons to the truck? Well, I'm gonna let Anaphylaxis, who is a moderator for that YouTube, answer. She responded to you saying, oh wait, hold it. Saying, yes, it was one child. Yes, it was a YouTuber. That YouTuber was Armchair Detective, and I believe that he is spot on. I believe that what he saw and pointed out and spoke out about to the world was the shadow of a child walking towards Chris Watts. I believe it was Chris Watts picking up that child and putting that child into the truck. I believe so. He put this out to the world on January 10th of 2019. It was February of 2019 that Tammy Lee, Dave Baumhover, and Graham Coder went out to Dodge Prison to interview Chris Watts again. I think that interviewing was prompted by armchair detectives finding of that shadow underneath the truck, which is what I believe.
So I like to I don't know. Hopefully nobody takes it the wrong way. And she says, "Have a good night, everyone." I'll check
Have a
back
good night, Anne.
when you speak in facts and not some conspiracies. Well, I think that
Okay, cool.
this entire case is based on conspiracies because nobody knows the actual truth of what happened.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And also, Anne, just to be fair, I mean, if you want to leave, that's okay. And we respect that. But Anaphylaxis, who's our friend, who's a retired police sergeant and detective, says, what do you think happened? And, on this channel, I allow everybody to speak their mind. And Melissa Mann tells me that they went back there on February 18th, 2019. Thank you, darling. And I really do respect everyone's opinions. And trust me, I have heard all of it. And I've been attacked. I've been called this. I've been called that. It's all good. People are very passionate about this case. And you know what? They should be passionate about this case because what's at stake? Justice for a murdered woman who was 15 weeks pregnant and a beautiful little 3 and 4-year-old girl and an unborn child who had nothing but potential ahead of him. If people weren't passionate about this case and weren't like saying nasty things to each other, I think that would be concerning.
His little girl just put out saying that his daddy was a hero. How could you just days later just go on a spree and kill her entire family? So I really don't believe that he, whenever he told me that he didn't kill his girls, I really don't think that he did.
Yeah. Yeah. So did he tell you anything more about that, David?
He said that Nicole strangled or suffocated his girls with the sheet, and that she helped get them into the oil tankers and bury Shanann.
So, like, how did that go down? Like, so it's like, okay, so I think you said, like, Nicole was there, Shanann came in, like, he did something to Shanann, right? And so then how did it turn from him aggressing towards Shanann to NK aggressing towards the children? That's the turn that I have difficulty making in my mind.
Yeah, that's what I have a difficulty too. But I tell everybody this is Chris, so even though Chris tells me one thing, he's told millions, and I don't know if it's millions, but he's told a lot of stories.
Oh,
So
yeah.
nobody knows what's true and what's not. I don't think that the girls was planned. He said that they wasn't part of the plan and that they woke up. So
okay. Mark Klein, thank you for asking people to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that, my friend. Always love it when you're here. Let's see.
You can't give a double thumbs up, or I would. They should invent that.
Thank you. Oh wait, let's see. Oh, well, so and Mark Klein says to you, David, you sound good. You always came across as honest to me. I agree with you, Mark Klein. I feel that way about David too.
Thank you. It's well, this time about 7 months ago, I was real bad on meth. So I'm 7 months off of it.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Everybody should give, David big props for that. They say that is one of the hardest things a person could be asked to do. So we are really proud of you, David. And if ever you feel like, you don't have support, because I know there's ups and downs, just remember all the support you have here and come to us and we'll help you out. Okay.
Well, it was, my mom's last wishes was to get sober, and she passed away last June. So 3 months later, I did take the steps to get clean.
That's awesome.
I didn't do it by myself, so I do have to give a special thanks to Armchair Detective and his team for helping me get sober.
Oh, that's amazing. I hope the whole world hears that, David. I think I'm gonna make a short of you saying that and put that out tomorrow if that's okay with you. Would that be okay with you?
It's completely fine, yeah. So he did his team did help me get sober, so I do have to give a thanks to him.
You know what? So all of those channels, and you know who you are, that really went after Bubbles for some kind of monetary exchange between herself and David. You just heard it from David's mouth.
It was solely to get me off the drugs. It was to help me get out of Wisconsin and to get away from the environment I was at. It was nothing other than that.
And you'd swear on the Bible to that statement.
I swear it was part of our agreement was to help me get out of Wisconsin.
That's amazing.
So I didn't receive anything other than the payments to help me get out of Wisconsin. So
Yeah. Bubbles said that and I believed it. She was pushed to say that. I think that you and I and Bubbles were on the same live stream that night, one night. Yeah. So Molson Man says, David, did she leave her phone in Frederick when they went to Survey?
I don't know if she left it there, but I think the phone was off the entire time, or whenever the first ping happened. So she didn't ping again until 2 o'clock. So her phone was turned off at that point.
Cool. I just want to let you know, Molson Man and RR and Mark Klein and Anaphylaxis say congratulations. And Anaphylaxis, who's a moderator for AD, thanks you for saying that. That's
Thank you everybody for your support, and it's not easy. I still struggle with it every day. I'm still going through a tough breakup out of Ireland. Actually, one of Heather's mods, and
Yeah.
so I'm still trying to deal with everything.
Oh, I know. That's
And
hard.
then
It's hard. It's hard. That's why they say when people are, new in addiction recovery, they encourage people to not get in relationships because then, inevitably most relationships are going to go south. We know that. And then dealing with that stress on top of the stress of recovery is like a really big thing. So, I mean, David, you got to, give yourself all the credit in the world for what you're doing.
well, I struggle with it every day. I wake up every day and I want to use. My sisters made some horrendous accusations against me, and I went on the Steve Wilkos show last year. And ultimately, they're the reason why my mom passed away. But at the same time, she at least knows the truth now. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. DTC Primetime has a question for you. She says, David Carter, do you think that Shanann was alive when she left the house?
Well, I guess the way I'm looking at it, I don't really know what she's trying to ask. I think that she left the house, and when she got back, I think that she was murdered before she was loaded into the truck. I don't think that she would have went in the truck willingly.
Yeah. See that I haven't, and so many other people. You're gonna have to read through the comments. David are giving you support and congratulations. That's really important stuff. Okay.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. I smoke weed now, but that's the only thing I do to keep my mind off everything.
Oh, Sharon Norris says, David, I respect what you've done. My son died of an overdose of fentanyl at age 19. I'm so sorry, Sharon. I'm really terribly sorry. I can't even imagine that. My God.
Yeah, sorry for your loss too. Back in 2014, I was real bad on heroin. People was putting fentanyl. I've watched people die in front of me, and that's when I went from heroin to meth. And then I stayed on meth for 7 long years, and finally got off of it willingly.
Wow, that's amazing. And Molsa Man is a new member. Thank you very much for becoming a member, Molsa Man. I really appreciate it. Channel memberships is just $2.99, and do you really get anything for it? I don't know. I've tried to set up some things, but I just appreciate it because when I do like uploaded videos, not like live chats, they take me hours upon sometimes 40 hours to make, and I want to keep doing all this stuff, and it does just help me out because you've got to use your time in a way that's going to support your life. So thank you very much, Molson Man. That's awesome. I appreciate it.
I was going to say something. I forgot what it was.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's my brain.
Well, DTC Primetime says, I agree with you, David. She was ambushed, in my opinion.
She wouldn't have gotten in that truck by herself or willingly.
No, she wouldn't. And Utter Nutter saying, you have problems with your subscription. It says you paid, but something or other. You got to tell me when that stuff happens, girl. And if you did tell me and I didn't get the message or respond, I'm really sorry. Let me make sure that gets fixed for you. I don't want that to happen. Definitely not.
Jamie, I agree fentanyl should be banned, but
yeah.
people do need it for pain.
That's true. Or, I think that Narcan availability and training should be, wider spread. I have somebody who is, the head of the local Department of Health office around here. And, I've helped her at times try to get word out. I carry Narcan. I've done the Narcan training. I think, Narcan should be available because overdoses happen. They happen way too often. And Narcan is the only thing that's going to stop a possible death with an overdose. I think it's one of the only things.
Yeah. And then they got something now that, counteracts meth whatever, so
yeah. Oh, cool.
But then you got states like Oregon that wants to decriminalize everything, and you know.
Yeah. Well, and then Alicia, and hi, Alicia, welcome, says, yeah, the special treatment was wanting her to talk, LOL. I'm wondering if you're just talking about the, special protected status or whatever that we were talking about the NK earlier. And heck yeah, I definitely think that was their motivation for 100% sure. I'm just trying to, figure out how everything kind of pieces together here. But let's see, you know what, it guys is starting to get it's almost 12 midnight here, and I have to get up early tomorrow. And my mom just started, I've been talking about this freely on the channel. My mom just started cancer treatment. She's a little bit weak, but she's somebody who is like, a big entertainer kind of person. When she does Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter, she just makes a big deal about it, and she kind of like lives for it. She really loves it. So I still wanted her to be able to do that tomorrow. So even though she's getting treatment, I'm going to go over and get everything set up the way that she wants to. So I have to be in good shape for that. But we have another question for you, David.
I want to say, I hope that your mom gets through the therapy. I know
Thank
that's
you very much.
gonna be hard, and she'll be my thoughts and prayers.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. There's so many people on this channel have said such nice things. You guys are.
Somebody else asked me the same question, Molson Man, and I remember the name Chris Coleman. I don't know if he ever met Chris Coleman. I do know that he became good friends with Jake Patterson. I do know that they still are in contact with each other.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So if anybody has any more questions, please type them in caps in the comment. I'll give it about 2 more minutes.
All right, while we're waiting on that, I want to say, somebody asked me about the whole thing with Heather. I'm actually going to be speaking out against it tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So if anybody wants to ask
All
me.
right. Very good. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock, let's see. I think I got the link to David's channel right now. I'm dropping it in chat. There it is. So tomorrow at 3 o'clock on your channel, right, David?
Yeah, it's gonna be on my channel. I'm gonna be doing a live. I had one of my videos taken down from Heather that I responded to her live with Miranda. But her mom messaged me on my YouTube channel telling her still. It says, "Thank you, David, for helping bring back my daughter." So I'm not sure what that meant, if she got her daughter back or whatever that might have meant.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, definitely. Oh, and Jamie, so you are. I just want to acknowledge this. So tramadol too. I took that one time a very long time ago for, I feel like it was like neck pain. I haven't heard that in a long time. My oldest son had said he had to take 10 to feel different, shaking my head. I'm an opiate survivor, faced 10 years in prison and a $10,000 general fine. I'm on my last probation out of, congratulations, Jamie, 5 years out. That's a big accomplishment too. That's amazing. And congratulations. And I'm so glad you're able to do that. Because you're clearly a really great person, a breath of fresh air, very funny and witty. And I just want to get the right message out. Is there a risk of overdose with tramadol, Jimmy? I never knew that. I didn't realize it was an opiate.
It's a low class. It's a low class opiate.
Okay. Very good. And Molson Man just subscribed to your channel, David.
All right, thank you. I got I think it says 1.02 thousand, so it's getting up there.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up for this evening. And thank you in chat, guys. I love the people that come to the chat and on this channel. You guys are always great. I love how you're supporting each other and congratulating each other and just supporting each other through chat as we're, talking about things. That's amazing. Keep it up. You are all always so welcome here and appreciated. David, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, and I want to thank your subs for everybody being respectful, and Jamie for reaching out to me.
That's right.
You can, if you want to make a video, because ultimately AD is the one that got me clean, him and his team. So
great. I'm going to put that out there because I don't like that people question that. It questions your integrity. It questions his integrity. And you know what? David, that's really between him and you and those moderators and you. It's not, if nobody else needs to be, making a deal about this. That's not true crime. That's a nosy side issue.
Yeah, everybody's just trying to slam AD. So
Yeah, we don't do that here. No, we do not. So, all right, guys. Love y'all. Thank you so much. And David, just
Thank
remember
you.
how much support you have. And you too, Jamie. Okay. And everyone else.
And feel free to email me anytime you want or have any questions or anything. And thank you, everybody, for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, David. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you for the message. I always love having you here. I'm glad that you're enjoying the channel. So thank you for being here, Aussie Girl Jen. I'm glad that you are unblocked. Jody is cool. Anaphylaxis, thank you so much as always. Jamie Smith, love you on this channel, and you are always supported. I'm glad everything is good. DTC Primetime, my girl, so smart, so supportive of the channel. I really appreciate you. And everyone else, Priya, Molson Man, Alicia RR, our newest moderator, John McSmith, and yeah, so, and everyone else who was there. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Utter Nutter. Thank you, Brighter Honesty, and everyone have an awesome night.
Thank you.